Uterine fibroids. Dangerous or not? When is surgery needed? Boom. Ever heard of uterine fibroids? Probably. But do you actually know what they are? Are they just a tiny inconvenience, or are they a full-blown uterus takeover? Listen, uterine fibroids are like that one house guest who shows up uninvited, eats all your food, and refuses to leave. Annoying? Yes. But should you freak out immediately? Not necessarily. And don't worry, this isn't a panic party. You're gonna leave this video informed, empowered, and maybe even laughing a little. Let's get started. Relax. It's not always serious. Hit that like button and subscribe for more health wisdom. Alright, first things first. What the heck are fibroids? Imagine throwing a party in your uterus, but some uninvited guests show up. These guests, fibroids, are non-cancerous growths that develop over time. Some are tiny, others are huge, and sometimes they crash the party without you even knowing. Fibroids, non-cancerous growths in the uterus, common in 70% of women by age 50. Not always harmful, but symptoms can vary. How fibroids develop. Here's the tricky part. Fibroids don't just show up overnight. They grow slowly, silently, and sneakily. In the early stages, you probably won't feel anything at all. No pain, no weird symptoms. Life goes on as usual. Real patient story. Meet Lisa. Lisa, a 34-year-old teacher, had no idea she had fibroids until a routine checkup. No pain, no discomfort. Just a normal visit to her gynecologist. Until the doctor casually mentioned, "Oh, you have a few small fibroids." Lisa was like, "Wait, what?" This is super common. Many women never even realize they have fibroids until they get bigger and start causing issues. Fibroids can stay hidden for years without symptoms. Early detecti, when should you be concerned? On Dicky Crew, better management. Ladies, listen up. Uterine fibroids don't always announce themselves with a drum roll, but when they do, it's important to pay attention. These are the 3 biggest red flags that your fibroids might be causing serious trouble. Symptom number 1. Heavy menstrual bleeding. Real patient story. Sarah's period. Nightmare. Sarah was 29 and always had heavy periods, but she thought it was just her normal. She didn't really think about it until one day at work, when she realized she had bled through her clothes in just 2 hours. She ran to the bathroom, wrapped a sweater around her waist, and snuck out like she was escaping a crime scene. That was the moment she knew something wasn't right. If your period is lasting longer than a Netflix binge-watch session, or you feel like you need to carry an emergency pad stash everywhere you go, that's a problem. Heavy bleeding can lead to anemia, dizziness, and exhaustion. If you're changing pads or tampons every hour, it's time to get checked. Changing a pad every hour? That's not normal. Long periods. Time to call your doctor. Symptom number 2. Constant lower belly pain. Real patient story. Jessica's cramps from hell. Jessica had always had bad period cramps, but something changed when she turned 38. The pain wasn't just during her cycle anymore. It was all month long. She remembers being out with friends at brunch, sipping on mimosas, when out of nowhere it felt like someone was stabbing her uterus with a fork. She had to excuse herself and sit in her car for 30 minutes before the pain calmed down. Fibroid pain is different from regular cramps. It doesn't come and go like usual period pain. Instead, it's like a constant pressure, a dull ache or sharp stabbing pains that don't follow any pattern. Some women describe it as a heavy rock sitting inside them, while others say it feels like their uterus is literally fighting back. If your cramps last longer than your period, get checked. Sharp pain that won't go away? Don't ignore it. Symptom number 3. Bloating and pressure. That won't go away. Real patient story. Monica's fake pregnancy scare. Monica had been dealing with some weird bloating for months. At first, she blamed it on bad food choices. But one day at a family party, a distant aunt patted her belly and asked, "When are you due?" The answer? Never. Monica wasn't pregnant. She had multiple fibroids pressing against her stomach. Fibroids can push against your stomach and give you a pregnant belly look. This isn't just about weight gain. It's a sign your fibroids are growing large enough to press against other organs. If you're noticing constant bloating, tightness, or discomfort, and it's not going away no matter how much water you drink or how clean you eat, it's time to get checked. Bloating that won't go away? It might be fibroids. If someone asks if you're pregnant, and you're not, time to see a doctor. These are the 3 biggest red flags, but there are a few other symptoms worth mentioning. Frequent urination. If you feel like you're peeing every 5 minutes, fibroids might be pressing against your bladder. Pain during sex. Fibroids near the cervix can cause discomfort during intimacy. Fertility issues. While not always the case, some fibroids can interfere with pregnancy. Extreme fatigue. If your periods are heavy, you might be low on iron, making you feel exhausted all the time. Frequent bathroom trips? It could be fibroids. Low energy all the time. Check your iron levels. Your body is always talking to you. It's up to you to listen. If you've been ignoring these symptoms, now is the time to take action. Fibroids are common, but they don't have to take over your life. Talk to your doctor, get a checkup, and take control of your health. If any of these sound familiar, drop a like in the comments. Don't ignore your symptoms. Your health matters. Time for the $1 million question. Should you get surgery or just keep an eye on it? Here's the deal. Surgery is usually only necessary when your fibroids are causing severe pain or excessive bleeding. You have trouble peeing or pooping because fibroids are pressing on other organs. Your doctor says it's affecting your ability to get pregnant or maintain a pregnancy. Green check mark. Watch and wait if mild symptoms. Red alert. Consider surgery if severe symptoms. Have you had to make this choice? Tell us in the comment. So, good news. Not all fibroids need surgery. Some can be managed with lifestyle changes, medication, or just regular checkups. When watch and wait is the best choice. Your fibroids are small and not growing fast, you have no major symptoms. You're close to menopause. Fibroids tend to shrink after menopause. Your doctor recommends monitoring first real patient story. Meet Lisa. Lisa was 35 when she found out she had fibroids. They were small, and her symptoms were mild. Occasional bloating and heavy periods, but nothing unbearable. Her doctor advised her to just monitor them and make a few lifestyle changes. Cut back on caffeine, add more leafy greens, and exercise regularly. 5 years later, her fibroids hadn't grown, and she never needed surgery. This is why it's so important to talk to your doctor before jumping into surgery. In many cases, simple changes to your diet, exercise, and stress levels can help manage symptoms. If your symptoms are mild, you may not need surgery. Lifestyle changes can make a huge difference. Okay, but what if your fibroids are running the show, and your symptoms are seriously affecting your life? That's when it's time to consider medical intervention. Signs that surgery might be necessary. Your periods are so heavy that you're anemic and exhausted all the time. You feel intense pain or pressure in your lower abdomen. Your fibroids are affecting other organs, like your bladder or intestines. You're trying to get pregnant, but fibroids are blocking the way. Real patient story. Meet Rachel. Rachel was 39 and had been dealing with brutal periods for years. She was constantly exhausted, felt like she had no energy, and no matter how much iron she took, she was still anemic. One day, after almost fainting at work from blood loss, her doctor told her, "Your fibroids are causing too much bleeding. It's time to consider surgery." After a myomectomy, Rachel felt like a new person. Her energy came back, her periods were normal again, and she finally felt in control of her body. Surgery isn't the first choice, but when fibroids are wreaking havoc on your life, it can be the best option. If you're constantly exhausted, missing work, or feeling like your uterus is out to get you, it might be time to talk about surgery. If fibroids are making life unbearable, surgery might help. Talk to your doctor if you feel like your symptoms are controlling your life. Alright, let's talk about what surgery actually looks like. There are a few different options, and not all of them mean removing your entire uterus. 1. Myomectomy. Removing fibroids, keeping the uterus. Best for women who want to keep their fertility removes fibroids while leaving the uterus intact. Recovery time: 4 to 6 weeks. Real patient story. Meet Tasha. Tasha, 33, had fibroids that were causing major pain but still wanted to have kids. She opted for a myomectomy, and a year later, she successfully got pregnant. 2. Hysterectomy. Removing the uterus entirely. Best for women who don't want children or are past menopause, completely eliminates fibroid issues forever. Recovery time: 6 to 8 weeks. Real patient story. Meet Sandra. Sandra, 47, had fibroids so large they pressed against her bladder, making her need the bathroom every 10 minutes. She finally decided on a hysterectomy. Now, no more pain, no more pressure, just freedom. Different surgeries work for different people. Talk to your doctor about what's best for you. Myomectomy, great if you want kids. Hysterectomy, best if you want permanent relief. Every woman's body is different, and so is every fibroid journey. The most important thing? Listen to your body, track your symptoms, and talk to your doctor. Whether you choose to watch and wait or go for surgery, you are in control of your health. Fibroids aren't just a medical term. They are real experiences that impact real women every single day. Behind every statistic, there's a woman navigating pain, uncertainty, and tough choices. Today, we're sharing some incredible stories of women who have fought through fibroids and come out stronger. Jasmine always dreamed of becoming a mom, but after 2 miscarriages and years of trying to conceive, she was told she had fibroids interfering with her pregnancy. Jasmine's shared, "Hearing the words, 'You might not be able to carry a baby,' absolutely crushed me. I felt like my body had betrayed me." The struggle to conceive. Jasmine's fibroids were blocking her fallopian tubes, making conception nearly impossible. Doctors gave her 2 choices: undergo surgery or explore IVF. Jasmine's shared, "I was terrified of surgery, but I knew if I didn't do something, I might never have a baby." The decision that changed everything. Jasmine's shared, "I had a myomectomy, and 6 months later, I was pregnant. It was the hardest, scariest journey of my life, but so worth it." Today, Jasmine is the proud mother of a beautiful baby girl. Her story is proof that fibroids don't mean the end of your dreams. Fibroids and pregnancy? There's still hope. If you're struggling, talk to a specialist. Real story. Maria always put her health on the back burner. Busy with work and family, she ignored the signs until it was too late. Maria's shared, "I'd been dealing with bloating for years, but I just thought, oh, I'm getting older, my metabolism is slowing down. I ignored it. Even when my periods got heavier, I told myself, it's just part of being a woman. One day at work, I got so dizzy I passed out. I woke up in the ER, and the doctor told me, 'Your fibroids are so large they're pressing against your organs.' That's when I realized I had waited too long to take my symptoms seriously." Maria had to undergo a hysterectomy, removing her uterus completely. While she wishes she had acted sooner, she now uses her story to encourage other women to listen to their bodies. Maria's shared, "If I could go back, I'd tell myself, don't wait, don't brush off your symptoms. If something feels wrong, trust yourself and get checked. Listen to your body. Don't wait too long." Your health should never be the last thing on your to-do list. Every woman's journey is different, but no one should feel alone. Every woman's experience with fibroids is unique, but the one thing they all share? The need to take control of their health. Whether it's watching and waiting, surgery, or lifestyle changes, the key is to be informed, proactive, and never ignore the signs. Have you been through this? Share your story in the comments. Let's spread awareness. you are not alone. Good news! You can make changes that might help slow the growth of fibroids and even reduce your symptoms. While lifestyle changes won't magically make fibroids disappear overnight, they can play a huge role in keeping your hormones balanced and your body strong. Want a video on natural remedies? Comment yes below. What you put into your body directly affects your hormone levels, and since fibroids are often fueled by excess estrogen, controlling what you eat is a powerful tool. Foods that can help with fibroids: leafy greens, spinach, kale, collard greens. Help flush out excess estrogen. Fiber-rich foods, oats, beans, berries, promote healthy digestion and hormone balance. Omega-3 fatty acids, salmon, walnuts, flax seeds, reduce inflammation. Real patient story. Meet Vanessa. Vanessa, 37, struggled with painful fibroid symptoms for years. After doing research, she made a decision: cut back on processed food, increase greens, and drink herbal teas. Within 6 months, her bloating decreased, and her periods were less painful. I used to eat fast food every day, but I never realized how much my diet was fueling the problem. Making these small changes gave me my energy back. A balanced diet isn't just about weight loss. It's about giving your body the right tools to fight fibroids. Small diet changes. What's big health improvements? Leafy greens help balance hormones. Eat them daily. Certain foods can actually make fibroids worse by increasing estrogen levels and causing inflammation. If you're serious about reducing symptoms, try to limit these. Fibroid triggers to avoid: processed meats, bacon, sausages contain added hormones. Dairy from hormone-treated cows can fuel estrogen dominance. Refined carbs and sugar cause inflammation and weight gain. Real patient story. Meet Tiffany. Tiffany, 41, noticed that every time she had dairy, she'd feel bloated and crampy for days. After cutting out milk and switching to almond milk, she felt lighter and had fewer flare-ups. I had no idea dairy was making things worse for me, but once I cut it out, my body thanked me. Some foods feed fibroids. Choose wisely. Try cutting out dairy for a month and see if you feel better. Exercise isn't just for getting fit. It's a game changer for hormone balance and can help shrink fibroids over time. Even 30 minutes of movement a day can make a difference. Best exercises for fibroids: yoga and Pilates. Helps reduce stress and pelvic tension. Walking or jogging. Boosts circulation and detoxifies excess hormones. Strength training. Helps regulate insulin and estrogen levels. Real patient story. Meet Erica. Erica, 29, was dealing with intense lower back pain from fibroids. She started doing gentle yoga every morning, and within weeks she noticed a shift. I didn't think simple stretching could help, but my cramps became less severe, and I felt more in control of my body. The bottom line? Move your body. Your uterus will thank you. Movement, natural pain relief. Walking 30 minutes a day can lower estrogen levels. Here's something people don't talk about enough. Stress fuels fibroids. When you're constantly stressed, your body produces cortisol, which messes with your hormones and makes fibroids grow. Easy ways to reduce stress. Deep breathing exercises. Lowers cortisol and inflammation. Journaling. Helps process emotions and reduce tension. Therapy and support groups. Having a safe space to talk helps. Real patient story. Meet Angela. Angela, 36, was working long hours, barely sleeping, and ignoring her body's warning signs. When she finally slowed down, started journaling and meditating, her symptoms eased up. I realized my body was begging me to rest. Once I gave it a break, I felt so much better. Your mental health and your physical health are connected. Managing stress can help manage fibroids. Less stress, better hormone balance. Try deep breathing before bed. It works. Lifestyle changes aren't an overnight fix, but they can help manage fibroids and make you feel stronger and healthier. Start small. Pick one change today and see how your body responds. Which change will you try first? Comment below. Your health is in your hands. So, are fibroids dangerous? Not always. But knowing the signs, symptoms, and treatment options is the key to taking control of your health. Ladies, your body is always talking to you. It's up to you to listen. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Get checked, ask questions, and advocate for yourself. If this video helped, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and drop a comment if you have questions. We're all in this together. See you next time. Which part of this video helped you the most? Drop it in the comments. Your health matters. Never settle for anything less.